time you're watching this channel, you're highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and of course the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, and this is the issue of African spirituality versus African criminality. This is something that I need to talk about. I don't know how I can stress this a lot, but I've been seeing many practices, many sharp practices in the area of this our so-called African spirituality, and I want to talk about it because what I am seeing so many people practicing nowadays, they're calling it African spirituality. It is not African spirituality, it's actually criminality. Clear criminality. So I have termed it African criminality. Okay, it's not African spirituality, it's African criminality. Now let's talk about it. I will be talking a lot from experience, my past and recent current experience, and I want to share it with you right now so that you guys will know, because a lot of people are confused, especially we Africans. We don't know which is which due to the many things that have happened to us in the past, as in colonization, as in slave trade, as in the sharing and dividing of the continent, dividing and conquer technique that Europeans have used since the Berlin Conference. Many Africans now are confused. We are like turned in and out. We don't really know who we are. We don't know where we come from. We don't know where we are going. We don't even know our purpose and our place in this garden planet. Let me say it like that. We don't even know who we are. This is the reason you see a lot of Africans suffering. We are the richest continent, at the same time the poorest continent. We are the smartest people, the strongest people, at the same time the dumbest and most lazy people. Now when it comes to African spirituality, now I have said it many times, African spirituality is simply the study of the spiritual practices of African people, their philosophy of life, and how they connect with nature, how they deal with the supernatural elements of things. So what we see now is different from what we're supposed to be practicing in ancient times. If you notice a current trend now in this topic of African spirituality, you will find that it has almost completely been monetized by a lot of people, been monetized by a lot of systems, to the extent that there is simply or practically little or no spirituality left about it anymore. Okay, there's simply no spirituality left in it anymore. So this is a major problem. Okay, that is why I'm saying that it's a very serious issue, and it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed properly, because so far I am not seeing anybody, any so-called African spiritualists, very few of them talk about this topic the way I talk about it. And this is a very serious topic for us to address, because we need to know what we are practicing. We need to understand what we are practicing. We need to know the rigors or the characteristics of what we are practicing. Okay, for me, African spirituality is the process of connecting with our divinities, our ancestors, and the natural elements of the world. Is that knowing process, that's trying to understand and live in harmony with the universe, with the earth, from an purely Afrocentric experience and perspective. This unique connection that only we Africans can have, that no other person can have. This is African spirituality. Why is it African spirituality? Because it's spirituality of African people. Simple like that. It is different from Chinese spirituality. It is different from Hindu spirituality, different from Japanese spirituality or white people spirituality. That is their own understanding of the universe. That's why their name is attached to it. We Africans have our own understanding of the universe. Okay, so our own is different from them. The processes might be similar, they might be dissimilar, but it is their own thing. Our own thing is our own thing. And I believe our own thing should be unique to us, and should not be polluted or diluted or poisoned in any way, shape, or form. What we see now in African spirituality is the injection of Western religion into our practices. You will go to meet so many Dibias or native doctors and gomas. They will say they are practicing African spirituality. They will be doing spell, telling you to read Bible to in addition to the spell. I am not saying that some portions of Psalm might have come from Egypt, but we can practice African spirituality without any influence, any Western influence, any foreign influence. Totally 100% African spirituality. This is what I promote and advocate on this channel. We can only practice African spirituality in our own totality when all our concepts, ideas, inspiration is from Africa. That is 100% authentic African spirituality. So we need to find the terms, or we need to understand the principles behind it, as everything must be collective from Africa, not mixing it. So I am against mixing African spirituality with any other religion, especially Christianity, Judaism. What I am seeing today in Nigeria, in many parts of Africa, is the mixing. Even in America, you will see some people practicing Udu. You look at the spell, you'll be seeing a mix, this and this and this, read Psalm so and so, mix this, mix Psalm so and so. Use like you synchronizing. Okay, let's say during the time of slave trade, some people have to use Christianity to cover up their spiritual practices, so that they will not, it will not look like they will not be caught practicing African spirituality. We can say that some of these spells are originated during the time of slave trade, the oppression of African spirituality. Maybe that's where they created some of those spells. But now there is no slave trade anymore. Okay, we can just come out, we can do anything now. Nobody's going to come and arrest you if you practice African spirituality, although they can talk trash, but they cannot go beyond that. So we don't need mixing of this stuff anymore. Recently, about 2-3 months ago, somebody added me on a group on Facebook. He called this group White Temple Power of Nation. A guy from Nigeria, one person called himself Dr. Eze, one Hasu, that looked like a Sikla. This person just added me. He did not speak to me. He did not say anything to me. He added me on the group. I have my own group. I have 2 groups on Facebook. I have the Metaphysical Study Group. It's my own personal group that I registered with my own hand. I have Wado Connection. It's a group, local group in Nigeria. I also have my own Afro Scientific Spirituality page on Facebook 3. This person added me. The next thing, the person made me an admin on his group. I don't really know why, but I think maybe it's an admirer of my work. Sometimes people add me to their group so that I can share videos and knowledge. And one thing that we YouTubers do, after creating our videos, we share it to different groups on social medias, especially Facebook. This is part of the procedure. If you want your videos to go far, to go viral, to get more views, after doing your videos, you don't just sit down and leave the work alone for YouTube to do. You share it to some social media platforms. Some people share on Instagram, share on TikTok. Some people share on different platforms. Me, I share. I have like 50 groups on Facebook where I share my videos, so that people can actually watch the videos, and it will spread. So normally when people add me to their groups, I am happy, because I say at least one more group for me to share my video, for it to reach out to people. So when this guy added me, I didn't say anything. Actually, I was a bit happy. I said at least somebody kind of appreciate my videos. So I was sharing videos there. It now made me admin on this group. I can add people, I can approve people, the next thing I was saying, this person was, I noticed this person do not make any video. There's no real, the first thing I discover in the group, there's no real spiritual knowledge that is being shared on this group. The person is claiming to be a traditionalist. He's not even making videos. He's not posting anything about authentic spirituality. But I didn't see anything. I said, well, people are just growing. Everybody have different level of spiritual progression. The next thing, this person is posting Judaism stuff. He's promoting Judaism, putting Shabbat and this Star of David or posters on the group and claiming to share for that is into all religion. Is the way he's making his speech like he's a pastor, greeting people in the name of the Almighty, talking like he's running a church. So I asked him, what are you practicing here? Is this African spirituality? He said, yes. I said, but these symbols here, they are not African symbols. They are Judaism symbols. You cannot be practicing African spirituality. You are promoting Judaism here. He said that they don't mean anything. They are just symbolic. I said, no, I know Judaism symbols when I see them. Now, I'm not a baby. This guy is promoting Judaism as African spirituality. And I cannot allow that because I am against that. I'm for full 100% African spirituality. Not Judaism mixed with African spirituality. Not any other system mixed. This is poisoning this system. And you're giving the impression that without other religious systems, we cannot survive, or we have to use them like a clunch. So I called the guy. I said, in fact, I even need to know yourself. We need to talk face to face. I want to see your face. Let's do a video chat because you're claiming to be a doctor. You're calling yourself Dr. Eze. I don't even know anything about you. I only know that you are from Nigeria. And I know that there's this Uzo Kalu group. Some of these people, they are promoting Judaism in Nigeria. I don't want to be part of that. I don't believe that these people, I know that we were before Judas, before, let me call them Judas. Before the Jewish Judas, there was African people. There was Kemet. So we are older than Israel. We are older than Jews. So we cannot be taking instructions from them. Even the so-called philosophy, the Bible stories, some of them were copied from African spirituality. The story of Osiris, Cain killing Abel, all these are stories that are copied from the mythological stories of Kemet of Africa. Okay, so many things were plagiarized from our spiritual system and put inside their Bible. So I cannot be supporting this kind of system. So I was calling this guy out, say we need to talk. I need to know what you stand for. This person has been avoiding me. He started avoiding me that he was too busy. He cannot do a video chat with me, that it has to be in the night. I said, okay, your night is my day. This person totally refused to talk to me. I mean, how can you make somebody an admin in your group and you refuse to do a video call with that person? And you cannot be looking at me every day on my YouTube channel saying that I am your fans, I like your work, and I admire you. Then you have refused to do a video call with me. I mean, for instance, if I admire a certain kind of actor, let's say I am a fan of Van Diesel, I am a fan of Rock Johnson, then I added myself to his group. Then maybe one day he's doing a promotion or something, I applied. Then he said that he wanted to see me on video call to talk to me as part of the process. Do you think I'm going to turn that down? If this person is my idol, I really admire this person, I'll be very happy to have a one-on-one chat with them on a live video to know them more personally, to make more contact with them. But could you believe that this person that claimed to be my fan refused to do a video with me? So I said, you must do a video with me. I need to see you. When I start pestering the person blocked me from this group. Can you imagine? He blocked me totally from the group. So this means that this person do not have a good mind towards me. This person is an enemy of African spirituality. Is an enemy of nature, and it's an enemy of my own work. His aim of trying to attach himself to me is to see if he can corrupt or poison the good work that I am doing. And I'm also suspecting this person to be part of those gay people that try to hack my channel, those Israeli Mossad gay people that try to influence me. These are people that are also enemy of African spirituality. And some of these people are black people. Why I'm saying this, this boy is a black boy from Nigeria, but see, he's claiming to practice African spirituality, but he's pushing and promoting Judaism as African spirituality. Now we have a lot of these people coming now. They're claiming that they are African Jews. These are people that are very, very hungry. And when I look at this boy, if you see his face, he looks like a sickler. I've never seen any video of him standing. In fact, I have never done any video where he actually talk anything tangible. The way I do, this person cannot be able to address himself. So we see this kind of people, and I believe they are being financed by Israel, by the Jews, by the Mossad people. These are people that are trying to infiltrate every aspect of African spirituality to pollute it. Same thing like that gay woman that was trying to attack my channel. What you say about these people is that they are just online. They are being financed by Israel, by this, and they have this agenda to spread, to destroy African spirituality. So what they do all day is that when they see you doing something good, they try to come close to you. Then they try to paint your message, to pervert it, so that people will think that you are associated with what you are not, or they try to poison the message, so that it will, by the time it gets to the audience, it will be polluted. It will not have the desired effects. So we have these people in African spirituality. I have seen a lot of them coming to my channel to do different things. You will see somebody claiming that he has been watching my video, he like what I do, he admire me, he support me, and he want to join my inner class. Okay, fine. Thank you for watching the videos. We thank the ancestors. I always say like this. You want to join my class? Apart from say you're going to pay to join this class, I have to see your face. You have to do interview, meaning you will open your video call. I will see your face. You will see me. I will know who you are. I will ask you certain questions. This person that has been admiring me will refuse to bring their face on the cam, to let me see their face. What does that tell you? That tells you that this person is your enemy, number one. That tells you that this person hates you, number two. That tells you that that person is hiding many things from you. They are not who they claim to be. So when you have all these characteristics, what are you coming here to learn? Their aim of coming here is to infiltrate the program, then see how they can be able to destroy it, or see how they can be able to corrupt it, or learn this thing, then use it for evil. This is the aim of these people. And a lot of them approach me from time to time. And guess what? Many of these people, some of them are white people. Many of them are also black people. Black people from Africa, people from Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana. These are the people. Some of them are Arab people. You want to come into this program to learn this thing, but you don't trust me enough to show me your face. Most times they are pastors or priests in churches. Some of them are claiming to be big in society, that they are so big they cannot let me know who they are. I don't care how big you are. The rule is the rule. You want to learn this thing, I must know you, I must see your face, because I know a lot of mental cases are coming in, and I know a lot of bad people are there too, and there are also a lot of evil spiritualists. These are the people that practice African criminality. What they are here to do is to scam people. The way people run scam, we have different kind of scam. Come and marry, come and buy, come and walk. We have African spirituality also a scam on it. So there are people that specialize in that. So what these people do is that they want to learn this knowledge so that they can use it to scam more people. There are many of them that are attached to this my channel, using African spirituality to scam people. Many of these ones want to come into my program to take the knowledge to be scamming people. They're making money from scamming people. These are the kind of people that will be charging people $5,000 for spiritual work, $7,000, $10,000. What kind of spiritual work that you are going to be charging somebody $5,000? What kind of spiritual work you'll be doing that you'll be charging somebody $10,000? Are you trying to raise the dead? I mean, it is too gross. It is too criminal. I don't see any. I have never charged anybody more than $1,000 for spiritual work. I have never done that. And the situations have to be very, very serious. It has to be very, 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 very grave. The kind of money some people call, it is outrageous. I have seen cases in Nigeria where they charge some people 20,000. Somebody paid $10 million naira for. Some people paid 50 million naira that they are doing spiritual work. What kind of spiritual work are they doing? This is shocking to me. The kind of money that they take from people is the same thing like these pastors are doing. Pastors will tell you that their scam is easier because the Bible already give them all the guidelines. They can collect any amount of money from you. They can collect your house, collect your car, collect 50, 100, 200. They tell you they are doing the work of God. That's why they are very rich, having private jets. Real African spirituality practice, for me, it's not supposed to be like that. What these pastors are doing is shell criminality. What these African spiritualists are so-called doing, and which of them, many of them are fake spiritualists, it is exactly the same thing. What kind of spiritual work are you doing to be charging people $5,000 and $10,000, $15,000? What kind of? Tell me the kind of spiritual work that you are doing. If I have $10,000 to do spiritual, what is the problem that I cannot solve with that money that I will have to give that money to you? I don't know how they do these things, but for me it is outrageous. What you see now is that some groups in Africa, especially in Nigeria, I don't want to mention their names, but they know who they are. They have monetized every single concept that is inside their tribe, that is inside their spirituality. Every single concept is monetized, and there's a ritual attached to it. You want to know your birth name, it is monetized, a ritual is attached to it. You want to know what is the meaning of, it's like any terms you can define. What is Ori? You have to pay, there's a concept attached to it. I want to do this, I just want to give offering. There's a concept attached to it, there's a ritual attached to it. Every single thing that you can mention, every single concept and ideas, it has been simply monetized. For whatever purpose, I don't know. These people, they are not interested in teaching people African spirituality. It is there they don't teach you. You want to do something, you pay. You want to do something, you pay. You want to do any single thing, you have to pay. How can we grow with this kind of mentality? We are complaining that Africans have problem, that white people came to do a lot of bad thing to us. They came, they stole people, they stole our resources, stole stuff. They took so many of our people to America, to Latin America, Caribbean. They stole many of our brothers and sisters. Now, our people are scattered all over the world, especially in diaspora in the American continent. They are lost. We have people in Venezuela. We have people in Brazil. We have people in slave trade. Their parents were stolen by slave trades. More than 20 million people were taken there by transatlantic slave trade, which some people are denying that it never happened. You will see some people denying that this transatlantic slave trade never happened. We have lots of slave dungeons in West Africa. Now our brothers, our sisters, we are taken to the American continent, and now they are there. These people now, they are trying to connect back to the motherland. We ourselves, we are now in Africa. What are we supposed to do to help these people that we are taking with this violent process? What we need to do is to make good contact with these people and teach them real authentic African spirituality, because when they were taken away, a lot of them lost their spiritual knowledge, lost their connection to the motherland. They lost so many things that they're supposed to know. They don't know it. Their parents could not teach them. Many of them are lost. It is clear, it is obvious. We Africans that are still in the motherland, that are still having possession of this knowledge, we need to find a way to make contact with them and transfer the knowledge to them, so that it will help them, so that we bridge this connection back, so that we can become one people and reunite. Okay, this so that we can have a stronger connection. We can be able to build ourselves and we can grow as a collective. This is what we should be doing. But what you will see now, the Africans on the continent are now trying to scam the Africans in America in diaspora. You will see a lot of people they are teaching African knowledge. You're just taking money from the people in America, taking money from the people in diaspora. These are people that you complain that white people did so many bad things to. Now you are continuing with the oppression or the spiritual enslavement of your own people. So how are you different from the white man? This is what I want to ask this my so-called spiritualists in Africa. How are you different from the white man? It's like you are happy that what these white people do, they stole people to America, stole people to Brazil. Instead of you to help them, you are now using them as a money-making machine. Asking them to bring $5,000, $10,000, do this, do any little thing. For what? You are not teaching them any knowledge. You are not empowering them. You are not liberating them. You are not enlightening them. You are not educating them. You are continuing with the enslavement of them. This is simply what you are doing. And this is pure African criminality. It is not spirituality. You are a criminal. Okay? That is what you do. You are a thief. You are a scammer. You are a scumbag. You are a scallywag. And I have no respect for you. Because you are not doing the work of the ancestors. You are not bridging the connection. You are not connecting the people back to the motherlands. You are not connecting. Many of you had there calling this thing. You are just here so you can scam money from these people. You are not transferring any knowledge to them. You are not empowering them. This is the reason why I set up my YouTube channel. You are not teaching anything. I see your channels. I don't know what to say about you people. I know many of you people are hungry, and what you are doing is not good. And I have to say it the way it is. So you need to know the difference. The money, I'm not saying you should not make money from your spirituality. You must make money. It's something you do it for a living. You need to eat. Your children need to go to school. You must make, even myself, I plan to make money from my spiritual knowledge. Yes, everybody make money from what they do. I believe I should be entitled to also make money too from what I do. But the kind of money you are taking from these people, it is too outrageous. It is sheer criminality. There's no way, I cannot put it there's no simple way for me to place it. There's no simple way for me to place it. There's no polite way for me to put it. So I have to say it the way it is. Okay? There's no simple way to place it. What many of you people are doing is wrong. And you need to change. We that have come to realize the evils of slavery, we are continue to see neo-colonization. Our people is suffering everywhere. They are suffering in America. They are suffering in Africa. They are suffering wherever they go. We need to change the situation. In our capacity, any little capacity that we have, we need to try to move forward as a people. If you find yourself in this part of African spirituality, it means you have a work to do. Okay? You need to find a way to bridge this gap. Make contact with our people that are in other continents. Find a way to teach them these things. Find a way to connect them back to the continent in a positive way. We are all one people. They are not our enemies. The way some of you are treating these people, you are treating them like they are just something to make money off. Even the way you treat us here in Africa is even worse. The same thing you go to them, say you want to, they say first is initiation. Initiation $5,000. For what? This is outrageous. This is outrageous. You people need to stop all these things, I beg. It's a shame. We cannot move forward like this. We cannot move forward like this. The most painful thing is you people will be taking this exorbitant amount of money. You are not even teaching the person anything. This is what is even paining me for the nonsense you are doing. You just want the person to be your slave forever. You just want the person to be under you forever. This is no growth. There's no growth there. I will advise it better you just be a rebel. I will advise the person to be a rebel. There's no growth. You cannot leave one tax master to come under another tax master. to come with following tradition, saying you practice in African spirituality. What you practice is stupidity and criminality, and it needs to be said exactly this way. Okay, so for those of you that are practicing, especially my people in diaspora, practicing African spirit, you need to use your common sense. Nothing can beat common sense any day and time. Common sense is common and also uncommon. If somebody is asking you for exuberant amount of money for this stuff, you should be able to know that something is not right. If you are in a place, because most times they tie you people to their to their shrine, where they become a slave to the shrine. Every time they'll be contributing money, every time they'll be doing this, they'll be doing that, every time when you find yourself that you are laboring in your own spiritual practice, you are under pressure, just know that you are in the wrong place. Okay, you are in the wrong place. Anything that is not bringing liberation to you is not for you. This is not the way African spirituality is supposed to be practiced. So some people, I don't know, maybe they lack common sense, or they need to be taught a lesson, or they need to pass through this bitter experience. I don't know why some people are still in this place. If somebody practices African spirituality, does not mean that they are not capable of evil. Somebody that can also tell you the future, that can see the future, these are things that we learn. It doesn't mean that that person is not capable of doing evil. He can use that very thing to deceive you. Somebody can come today, tell you one or two things about your past. You say, oh, he has sight, he sees into the future. Then he tell you the one that will drop a bomb on you, something that is not real. Because the first two is real, it means that the third one is real. You will think that the third one is necessary. Then he asks you to go and bring $20,000. You will go and find that money and give to him. Many of you should focus on common sense rather than superstitious belief. Many of you are falling into this trap because you don't believe in yourself. And many of you are also falling into this trap because you don't want to take time to study this spiritual knowledge for yourself. You don't want to spend little money. They say little education is dangerous. You don't want to learn this thing properly. So you believe that you can just come to meet these people, they just rest your mind and they will solve all your problem for you. They give this impression that you don't need to learn anything, you don't need to study anything, you don't need to work on yourself. Just give us the money and your problem will solve. It's not the intention. This is what they tell you. They give you the impression, give us the money and we solve the problem for you. And then you fall for it every time. And when you get scammed, you start crying. See, you'll cry, oh, they took out this money from me, they took so and so money from me, why would they not take it from you? You put yourself in that situation. You put yourself, your mind, you aligned with the will because you didn't want to learn the real thing. This is why many people fail. So African spirituality, we have so many hooligans, playing dress up, talking a dozen, trying to walk the walk and talk the talk. At the end of the day, they have many victims on their trail. So you have to be very careful about what you're practicing. You need to apply common sense. This is the reason I'm telling you, people, you need to learn this stuff. So far, I think I'm the only person that is still teaching this thing authentically on YouTube. So far, I have not seen anybody that is teaching it the way I am teaching it to. I am focused more on teaching than even doing spell for people. Because what I'm trying to do is to transfer this knowledge, which we should be doing. I know many of our people, even in Africa, they don't have this knowledge. My aim is to transfer it to as much people as possible. This is my essence of me coming here, not the other way around. Of course, I need to protect myself. I also need to empower myself. I need to make money. It will not be free. Even what I am charging now, it is still the lowest compared to what I am seeing out there. I started from 50 now, I've changed it to 100. I'm telling you, this thing is going up. The value is increasing. Now, the class is now $100. It is still the lowest. $100 for 6 months, $600. It is still the lowest compared to what these other scallywags are charging you people. It is not up to $5,000. It's not even up to $1,000. Okay? I have to say it here. I don't change These people came into my program. A lot of them are coming in. The $50, it seems to be too low for them. Registering, then don't come in for interview. Also, too, these bad people, these fake spiritualists are also coming into the program. The next thing that you see them popping up a YouTube channel, claiming to be masters of one thing. I'm not saying you should not pop up your YouTube channel. By all means, pop up every day. I want you to pop YouTube channels, but know something before you come online. Okay, try to know something before you open YouTube channel, then claiming that you want to teach. You see this hassles. I see people, let me not call them hassles or novice. You don't have anything upstairs. You open a YouTube channel. I listen to some of them. I feel so disappointed. You still need to go back to study before you come to open your channel. I didn't just open a channel because I want to hustle. I have studied this thing extensively for years before I come on YouTube. So when I came prepared. I came ready. Learn your stuff. I keep saying learn your stuff before you open YouTube channel, because if you open, you don't know anything, you will only end up embarrassing yourself. You spoil yourself. People already know you. The next time you're ready, people will not take you seriously. Okay, so please, those people that I'm seeing your YouTube channel, I appreciate what you are doing. It's good, but please learn your stuff before you come online. Learn your shit. Get it together before you open your YouTube channel, so that you don't come here and making it bad for the rest of us. It's so funny, but for me, I see it as entertaining. It's entertaining to me. So I will see how far many of you will go. Everybody is invited. Nobody is delighted. So this is the way I see this stuff. So as practitioners, we should be able to discern the difference between African spirituality and African criminality, because we have so many criminals online claiming to practice African spirituality, and guess what? The criminals are more in numbers than the good guys. Okay, we have so many criminals here, so you should use your common sense. You should use your number 6 when you practicing, when you want to meet these people. My advice to you is that do not use this thing as a clunge. Try to learn this thing. Try to know something. This knowledge is our birthright. Irrespective of if you're living in America, you're living in one of those highlands off the coast of Africa, you can learn this stuff. You don't need to travel to Africa. You don't need to pay this money these people are asking. You don't need to be initiated into this kind of nonsenses they are asking you to do. You don't need all that stuff. You need to have a strong desire, passion, presence of mind, and that's time to learn this thing. You need to create the time. Okay, you must read. You must do some reading. Then you must do some spell work. You must do some practices. You can do this by yourself. This is what I teach in my program. I teach this thing in my program. It is very easy. I can teach you from any part of the world. You learn it within 6 months. You know what is African spirituality. You start doing your own spell, doing your own rituals. You don't need any middleman. Except you are lazy, or maybe you don't have time to do the spell. Then you say, okay, I don't have time to do so and so. Help me do this thing. That is the only way time you will need somebody. But if you have the time, you have the resources, the materials, I don't see why you cannot do this by yourself. I don't see why you cannot do it by yourself. Then maybe you're a new person, you still need some help in one way or another. But you can learn this thing by yourself. It is not scary. Contrary to all the things that people have been saying, all those lies, it's not like that. Okay, many things we see on TV is not the way it is. Nobody is going to come and steal your soul. Nobody is going to come and hurt you. There is no ghost sighting anywhere. Many of these lies that people are spreading, it's not like that in real life. Okay, so please do not be afraid. You just need to have a pure heart. One thing that will guide you in this practice is to have a pure heart for the general good of mankind. If you come into African spirituality because you are looking for evil spells to harm people, to bend people's will, to control people, to manipulate people, to do some kind of evil stuff, it will not go well. You will end up being the one that will be manipulated. You will end up being the one that will be affected negatively. That is one experience I have gotten about this stuff. Okay, we have a lot of people coming with bad intentions. Somebody didn't do anything to you, you just want to hurt them. Then we have some naturally wicked people too. I keep saying this, the white man is not the only problem of Africa. Before white people even came out of their caves, we have wicked people in Africa. There are some African people that are even more wicked and evil than white people. Okay, not every black person is good. I have seen so many black people that are naturally evil. This is just their nature. These people, they have probably never met a white person in their life. They were born with the evil inside them. I have seen them. We have a lot of them in Africa. So we have wicked people living in Africa with us before we even know who we are white people. So not every black person is good. Okay, sometimes it's better to even make friends with white people that are good than to make friends with a black person that is a viper. Me, I don't choose my friends based on skin color. I choose my friends based on what I see about their spirits. I have a lot of friends, foreign friends. I have a lot of foreign friends from different races. My foreign friends is even more than my so-called African friends, because I don't live in Africa. I travel a lot, so I interact with a lot of people from other races. I have to make friends. I have seen evil in other races too. I also see the same evil. It is not specific to one race. Okay, so don't think that you practice African spirituality and you don't have to be a racist. A pure African spiritual practitioner is not a racist, because we deal with spirits. Okay, and skin is just a color. Just imagine, think of us as different bottle of different colors. Then we have different content inside the bottles. Okay, just think of different color bulbs. We have white bulb, red bulb, blue bulb. What is powering all this bulb is electricity. Okay, what color of bulb, when you put in the light, the color that is outside will reflect. You say, okay, this is a red bulb because it has a red pigment. This is a blue bulb, it has a blue pigment, but the same electricity is powering all of them. So we are not racist. Yeah, we deal with spirits. So I have a lot of friends from different races. I have had things done to me by black people that even a white person cannot do to me, because they can't easily get close to me. A lot of white people are even scared of me for just being a black man. Many of them are scared because of their guilty conscience. When they see us, they know what they have done to us, so they feel that we are going to retaliate or we are going to do something bad to them. For whatever reason, I try to regulate my relationship with different races. There are different degrees of relationship I have with different people. The way I will relate with somebody from a certain country is totally different from the way I will relate to somebody from another country. Due to my experience, I know how certain people behave. Sometimes stereotype work, sometimes it don't work, but I just choose to increase my friend base. For somebody that is a traveler, I have to interact with people. So we have evil people in Africa, okay, that are enemies of anything good. These are natural enemies of humanity. And some of these people are claiming to be African spiritualists. This is a problem. So when you meet somebody claiming to be this guy, you make contact with that kind of person, then the person do something evil to you. You'll be shocked that a fellow black man can kill you. Yes, a fellow black man can kill you. There are many places in Africa I cannot even go to. Even in Nigeria, black people, your own black person will kill you. Black on black crime. Even in America, black people kill so many black people every day. So black people are very capable of doing evil. Okay, you need to know this. So you need to be careful. That's why you need to apply common sense in your practice. In every practice, you should not leave your common sense at home. You should carry your common sense with you. When you come to African spirituality, your common sense should also be there. When you see somebody online approaching you, telling you to do this, send the money, asking you for exorbitant amounts of money for different kind of things, you should be able to bite yourself or pinch yourself. Say something is not right. It's not supposed to be so. You have this thing called intuition inside you. What kind of problem will somebody be asking you to bring 5,000, bring $10,000, bring? What kind of spiritual problem is that? That you cannot solve with that money, that you have to give to somebody. What kind of problem do you have? Somebody is telling you are going to die tomorrow if you not give that money, or one spirit is going to kill you. You people need to be using common sense sometimes. So please, okay? Don't think that everybody in this part is a good person. We have many bad people here in Africa. Okay, even me, I'm afraid. People come at me here every day with different kind of things for whatever reason. There are some people that they just cannot bear to see any good thing happening. Once they see any good thing happening, their first desire is to destroy it. We have these people in Africa. We have them in every race. If they see anything good, what they do is, how can I destroy this thing? They see my channel, they just want to come in, find a way to destroy the channel. I don't know what is wrong. This is their nature. Their nature is to destroy. They cannot help it. This is the reason I screen people before I ask them to come into my program. I have to talk with you. I have to know you. I have to see you. I have to protect myself. I cannot just allow any Tom, Dick, and Harry to come close to me. I have to protect myself, protect my other students and friends. I have to see you. So many of these winches, they know that once I see them, I will just know that they are evil people. So they don't want to show their face most times. A lot of these fake spiritualists that have been attacking me, they also don't want to show their face because I will know them. The same people will come to my channel, will steal stuff. The same people will want to use stuff against me again. The same people will be blasting me, but they cannot get enough of my stuff. The same people will want to come and get into my program after saying trash about me. It's so funny the way these things happen. Some people don't have conscience. They don't have any iota of morality in them. They are just like scallywag, dregs of society, like maggots, worms. Not everybody that have human skin is a real human being. Some of them are maggots. Some of them are hyenas. Some of them are also doves and noble animals as well. We have every kind of quality in human form. Okay, so don't treat everybody equal. Know the kind of people you are dealing with. Try to see look beyond what you can see. Look into the character of the person. Look into the spirit of the person. Not just the face value. This is what I do when I see people. I try to look into their spirits to see the kind of spirit that they are carrying. This is what I do. I don't just take people in. I must see you, know you very well before I take you to a near body. That's why they do my thing. To avoid this kind of people coming to crowd me, they're coming to shock me, because I don't want to hear story that touch. Okay, so what you need to know is that there are evil people in Africa. Not everybody here is good. And you that want to practice African spirituality, we have African criminality, and it's everywhere. You have to be very careful. My advice to you is that when you meet these people, use your common sense. God gave you this common sense for a reason. Use your intuition. If it doesn't feel right, it is not right. If your spirit is not resonating with the thing, it is not right. If they are threatening you, putting you in a threat that if you don't do this, you are going to die, your problem is going to kill you, or one spirit is going to kill you, or if they're trying to put fear of death into you, it is not also right. These are the ways they used to threaten people into parting away with money for them. Okay, so you need to use your common sense. Don't say I have not said it. I have said it many times. I am saying it again on this video. I cannot stress it a lot. We have African spirituality. We have African criminality. You have to choose the one you are practicing or the one you belong to. Okay, so with that being said, I think I'm going to close this live chat for today. It's almost 50 minutes. So for those people that watched me today, I thank you very much. Those people that have been supporting me. This lady from Zamfara, I thank you. We don't have many practitioners from there. I don't know other places, but for you to have this awareness, you are welcome. My brothers and sisters that have been supporting this channel, please, if you want to support this channel, I have PayPal. If you want to learn African spirituality, my website is there, River of Knowledge. Go there, register. I will teach you this knowledge. you will have it. You will not have to break the bank. This is the reason why I am here. You will not fall victim to these criminals. I have seen a lot of their evil. This is why I came out to teach this thing, to explain it to people, so that people can know what is really happening, to separate the facts from the fiction, the concept from the misconceptions, and the science from the superstition. This is the essence and the philosophy of this channel. So please support this channel, join this channel, join my program, learn this stuff, and transfer the knowledge. Teach your children, teach your loved ones, and whoever want to learn. This is the only way we can continue to be African people, okay, by transferring the knowledge to the next generation, by knowing who we are, by breaking from the shackles of religious mental slavery. This is the problem we're having, okay? So I believe a word is enough for the wise, and I thank you all for being with me. My book on quantum physics is still here waiting for you. You guys can buy the book. It's $25. One problem I see is that a lot of African people don't like to spend money. They don't want to spend money to develop themselves. They don't want to spend. They are looking at the money, or they are procrastinating. This little money will save you a very big amount of money in the future. It will save you wasted years of searching for knowledge from fake people. It will save you big money from this fake spiritual. It's going to save you from a lot of things. So think of this learning as an investment in your spiritual development, not only for you, but for your children and for your old generation. What you're going to learn, authentic African spirituality, is going to go into your bloodline. It will affect your old generation, not you alone. So think of it as an investment, and think of it as you're actually promoting and advancing African spirituality. You are adding value. When you put some of this, your financial energy, in something, you're actually building the thing. You transfer this energy to this stuff. You're actually growing it, expanding it, and giving it purpose, sense of direction. We need to invest in African spirituality. It is underdeveloped the way it is. That's why these scammers are everywhere. And these scammers don't want people to know the truth, because they are making money from your ignorance. They are making money from your underdevelopment. They are making money from you not knowing who you are. Okay? So you need to invest in the right knowledge. Here you are going to get a lot of knowledge. I will teach you a lot of evidence, a lot of things that you will use, so that when you see who is saying lie and truth, you can be able to discern. Okay? You can be able to know the truth. Separate the facts from the fiction. Know the lies. This is the things I will teach you. The stuff I teach on this channel, these people will never teach you. Because if they teach you, they cannot manipulate you anymore. You get it? So this is why they hate me. But they can never bring me down, because they need to get up to my level to bring me down. Okay, I don't pass their level. I am the fucking astronauts. I think they say I don't pass their level. So they cannot reach this level I am now. So I'm telling you how you can be able to advance beyond these people. Okay? You will float, leave them. As you begin to absorb this knowledge, you will start floating and floating and floating and floating. And then you float beyond where they can reach you. These criminals cannot get to you anymore. You just naturally gravitate from them, from their ring, from their mentality. When I started my practice, there are people that I know in Nigeria. They have been practicing African spirituality for more than 40 years. When I started, within 2 years, I was more advanced than them. When I go back now, I see them still doing the same thing they have been doing since day one. It's like they just tie themselves to a certain level. No progression, no development in their life, no innovation. When you follow this process that I'm telling you of logic and science, this kinetic spirituality, you are going to go faster in your spiritual development more than many of these traditionalists you are seeing today. Okay? So don't think that they know something more than you. Many of them are trapped in their wickedness. They are trapped in their stupidity and their criminality. Okay? They are not going anywhere. So if you put yourself under these people, you are going to be like them. You will become their slave. Imagine you that is educated, you live in America, you have a lot of opportunities for progression, more than even in Africa. They have a lot of opportunities in America. You will not be putting yourself under the low mentality of a illiterate in Africa, a stark illiterate, of a spiritual illiterate, because you want to learn African spirituality. This is a shame. You that are educated, you went to university, you even have a higher quality of life than many of these criminals. Don't think of putting your mentality under this kind of people. Don't think of putting your mentality under anybody. You have a higher spiritual authority than this person already, but you don't just know. You are in a place where you can have access to more materials. You are in a place where you can have access to more spiritual acumen. You are in a place you can have access to so many things this person cannot have access to. What you need is to get the right knowledge and apply it to your environment. Okay? So don't go to meet somebody that do not have that, as somebody that is very low in mentality, be telling you trash, then you bring yourself down to that person's level, say he's a spiritual master. That person is a goat. Don't be like that, okay? Please, I'm begging you. It's a shame when I see this kind of things happening. They say people died for lack of knowledge. Know your way, not because. Know thyself. You need to know who you are, please. I have said enough. It's painful. So please use your common sense. If you want to do spell work, I still do it here. Your spell work, your X's, your packs, everything, I do them. Terence Jansi, I thank you. I see Danilo there, and I see Elda Crew there. I thank you guys for watching me. I'm very happy to see you guys today. Yes, we need to hear these words. They say iron sharpeneth iron. Many people are practicing African criminality. They need to know. I need to say these things. If I don't say it, people will not know it. So you need to know. Use your common sense, please. There are many bad people here on this on this thing. I see them every day. It's very painful. Learn this stuff. My advice to you guys, so that we can move forward as a people. We in Africa need to unite with the other Africans all over the world. This is what we need to do. And these bad people, they are not doing this. They are actually creating this problem. We need to unite and we need to transfer this knowledge. We need to unite this knowledge together. Okay, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what we should be doing. Okay, this is the way I see it too. So there is need for this topic. There is need for this discussion. There is need for people to start asking questions. You must ask questions to grow. Somebody cannot just tell you something, then you swallow it hook, line, and sinker. We need to use common sense. When you see these people coming, ask them questions. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. No, the God or devil is going to strike you down for asking questions. There are some people you meet in African spirituality. When you ask them questions, they will tell you that their God will strike you down in 7 days. They don't know the answer to the question. And they are bad people. So when you ask somebody a question and cannot answer, you should suspect something. So for me, I focus on Kushite spiritual science. This is what I practice. Okay, I practice other spirituality, but I focus more on Kushite spiritual science. There is where we can be able to unify who we are. Okay, so with that being said, I thank you very much for being with me today. Thank you for your time and your attention. And I'll be seeing you in the next video as usual. Please like and share my video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell close to the subscribe button, and I'll be seeing you. I thank you very much and I wish you a wonderful weekend. So take care and bye. Peace. Whoa.